Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are surrounded by pageantry and tradition, and it's clear to see that college football will be at its best today. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's out of bounds at the 24, a yard short of where he would have wound up with the touchback. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense lining up for a first down play. Power football with the run.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Robinson looking to pass. Gets it out fast. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Running back goes in motion. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Man, this guy is exciting to watch. When he has the ball in his hands, he can make magic happen. They're going to throw it to him. They're going to hand it off to him. They're going to get him the ball in a variety of ways, and they're doing it early in this game.
Trying play action. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And now they've moved into the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Makes the catch and gets the score. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Colorado's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt. They got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Miller. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Buffaloes headed quickly to the line. Looking to pass on second down. Got his man in the middle. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 39. First and 10.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage. And as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty.
And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Defenses throughout the week study every third down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
Finds his big tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown. He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And boy, is he close to that 1st down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. The Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. They've been up and down the field, David, so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. To the ground with the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Quick spin on the run. Stop is made at the 35-yard line, a 5-yard gain there, and it's a 1st down.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Fast motion from the offense. Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to get outside. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle, and they get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Fires on the move. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. They're testing the right side here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Right back to the well. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Field goal is good. And that lead grows even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, a very interesting scene playing out right now in this marquee top 25 matchup. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 10 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's Miller. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the Buffaloes will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch. At midfield, he's got room. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They're going to throw it again. Finds his target down the middle.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Trying to get to him. But a little time. Lets it go. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
And the Buffaloes will have it 1st and 10. Let's go. Looking to move it through the air. He tries to take the top off. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. He looks that one in nicely. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. You're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes!
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Crosses the 30. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
These touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut, or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Getting some heat. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
One more snap coming before halftime. The give to the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
It's a draw. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. The Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Now this offense is back on the field. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Right down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And here comes the offense on second down. They go to the ground. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Robinson will throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. First one of the day is on its way, and he's been sort of scarce around here, only called on one time in that loss last week. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Quick strike complete. Turns it on in midfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. And the Buffaloes moving quickly to the line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Makes a connection. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there?
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep.
Touchdown, Colorado! Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now. You just watch the opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own, so you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it, and the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
Working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. New set of downs after that completion. Robinson looking to pass. Quickly complete. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. You get a little bit of time to throw, you can move guys with your eyes, that drag comes wide open, good throw, good catch, first down.
Finds a man on the left. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Using his feet. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. The back goes in motion. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. They'll run the screen. Runs through a tackle. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on first down leaves them in second and manageable. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
He's got an open man. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. He wants to throw it again. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle, it's Russell. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Wants to throw for it on third and goal. Looking for the score. And it's caught. Touchdown, Buffs. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And the extra point pulls them to within 3, 24-21. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. Might as well stick with it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Big third down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. To the ground to try to move the chains. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide out in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the...
Looking deep. And he holds it in at the 25. All the way in for the touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Maryland is in trouble right now, and unless something changes, this is the type of day that can crush morale. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. He's looking to throw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going up top here late in the game. And that pass picked off. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Almost took that one all the way back.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They add on another score, and now that record so close to going to 8-1 on the season. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the fourth. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Let's see what he can do with the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
They made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late in the game.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
A late hit. Yards. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. He makes the connection. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Every second is meaningful, and they save a few of them with the spike. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down.
And now such a tough situation late in this game. You're trailing, but now it's fourth and long. Like, It's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Looking down the middle. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Trying to run it in. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Goes to the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You played through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And some people might say that's piling on, and I get it, but they're not throwing the football all the yard. They're running the football, getting other guys in the football game. It's your job to stop it, and they're just adding stats to the stat column.
When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win